guys are a tough act to follow. You guys are awesome. First off, qualifications and disclaimer for what I'm about to say. I was a personal trainer for about 8 years of my life, and with that, I dealt a lot with nutrition as well for a lot of my clients. Another thing I have to bring up, and this is just off topic, but I noticed this and I'll sit it down. When Bethany brought up the school oath, somebody under their breath, along with your board here, uttered "no" under their breath, and that to me is very concerning. So, just wanted to let that out. What we have right now is we have a society that are acting like moths to a flame. The governor doesn't promote health. He promotes donuts. He promotes inactivity. He promotes a sedentary lifestyle. C0mmm Basic Public Health, their blog has not even covered the topic of actual health and physical fitness and nutrition in years. And when it has, it was very brief. And it was very embarrassing, to say the least. With us being moths to a flame, we have delayed medical surgery procedures, we have delayed treatments, increased youth suicides, increased youth despair, increased alcoholism, domestic violence, businesses permanently closed, purposely fabricated division, increased anxiety and depression, increased homelessness, increased national debt and inflation, increased drug use, decreased global productivity, increased job losses, decreased physical and mental fitness and health, and the biggest wealth transfer in history. And people wonder why we're upset. Children are being manipulated to wear masks by their authority figures. This increases stress in the child, where it shouldn't be stress. The only stress they should have is education and growing up, getting their bodies acclimated to becoming an adult. With increased and continuous increased cortisol and anxiety, kids will be stressing so much, their sleep could be affected and their development could deteriorate. Children need exposure to germs and the like. They do not need to be isolated, continuously sanitizing their hands, destroying their microbiome in the process. And they need to see the faces of everyone, or it affects their psyche in the long term, further weakening their immune system. It's one step closer to allowing the profiteers to own them. And who knows if they're already being owned with the vaccines that are already patented and whatnot. We've had medical professionals tell us that inhaling tobacco fumes was a treatment for asthma. We've had them telling us that 7-Up mixed with milk was allowing infants to grow big and strong. Having candy or soda before your main meal will help curb appetites, among other things that medical professionals, supposedly industry medical professionals, have suggested, and we're falling for it again. We as a whole have decimated the current situation with our choices. We are now ruining it for their futures. Weak societies aren't successful long term. We are leaning towards a coddled society that, when given the chance, world powers, governments, etc., would abandon us in a heartbeat. We are nothing to them. We are their bosses. I was a personal trainer a couple decades ago. I loved helping people change their lives. And I noticed that there's a lot of people in this room who don't take care of theirs. I'm just making an observation. And so, those same people do not need to be telling kids how to live their lives and to stay healthy. Implementing masks will negatively affect the mental, physical, emotional, developmental health of our youth in detrimental ways. If we keep this up, we will have failed them and raise a class of people who could be a useless class in the future and one that's easily taken over. Let's not let Mao, Stalin, Mussolini, Hitler, and the like be happy by making the wrong choice. Allow the natural development of our youth to supersede your fear. Fear gets us nowhere. Other countries can conquer fear, and we're going to be a weak one very soon if we continue this. One last note, freedom is lost gradually from an uninterested, uninformed, and uninvolved people. To quote from Thomas Jefferson, and it serves well today. Thank you.